someone else. I'm on the rise. Mono green, no compromise. Hey, ho, circle goes. Stuff is crushing all my foes. Hey, ho, swing for lows. Old school green and overloads. Giant growth, pop it high. Swing with all your gun and die. Scratch fight, feel the bite. Mono green, I win the fight.
Hello, fellow old schoolers. Echo Greg here with the top 8 for the Old Line Joust. This was an event put on by the Old Line Black Knights of Maryland, held at a local VFW in Mount Airy. It's an XPoints event, Swiss with a cut to top 8. So we've done the 6 rounds of Swiss, and now we are in the top 8. So this was done under the 2025 XPoints list, so the decks may look a little different from what you're seeing these days with the new points changes in 2026. So this match has Tom Swindell on Big Red versus Sean Meyer on a Lion Dib Bolt. So let's take a look at their decks. Sean's deck is 4 Javelier, 4 Swords, 4 Bolts, 2 Sonic Blasts, 2 Books, 2 Lions, 2 Disenchants, Spirit Link, Fireball, an Earthquake, a Balance, a Brain Geyser, 2 Icies, 3 Dibs, 2 Sarahs, a Chaos Orb, Strip Mine, Maze of Ith, Pearl, Soul Ring, 2 Felwar Stones, 2 Deserts, 2 City of Brasses, and the Grayed Out City of Brass is a placeholder for the Jousting Arena. Again, that is a mix of City of Brass, where if you tap it for mana of any color, it deals you 1 damage. Key difference from City of Brass is it does not damage you when it is tapped for any other reason besides providing mana. And then it has Arena stapled onto it as well. 2 and tap, you pick a creature, your opponent picks a creature, and they fight. So there's a custom card that was designed just for this tournament. Very cool little quirk. 3 Volcanics, 4 Plateaus, 3 Tundras, 4 Plains, and 2 Islands. His points are 2 for the Balance, 2 for the Brain Geyser, 3 for the Soul Ring, 2 for the Mox Pearl, and a final point in the Maze. In the sideboard, he's got a Greater Realm of Preservation, a Dust to Dust, 3rd Disenchant, a Fork. I can't quite make out what those 2 blue cards under it. They might be Sonic Purges, so Psychic Purges, not sure. Then a Blue Elemental Blast, 2 Red Elemental Blasts, a Falling Star, 3rd Sarah, and a Control Magic. Tom's deck, we've seen this the last 2 rounds as he's been on a tear. He's on a Big Red, a bunch of mountains, the Jousting Grounds, 4 Plateaus, 4 Mana Vaults, 3 Felwar Stones, 4 Gauntlets, 4 Shivens, 3 Fireballs, 3 Earthquakes, 4 Orgs, 4 Yidwin Afrits, 4 Disintegrates, 4 Bolts, and a Chaos Orb. In his sideboard, he's got 3 Spirit Links, 4 Disenchants, 3 Blood Moons, 3 Books, and 2 Discs. Tom is on 0 points, no power. The only thing close to power is the one-off Chaos Orb, which is not pointed in XPoints. So Tom was the number 1 seed. He went 6-0 in the Swiss. Very impressive, especially considering he is, again, running no power at all. So Tom's deck is certainly bigger than Sean's. If he can get his stuff out, it's going to do some real damage for what Sean has for blockers. Sean does have some key things in the Swords and the Maze that will help slow him down, and he is going to be a little bit faster, but a lot of his stuff really isn't going to match up too well. The Javeliers won't do much other than maybe chip in an extra damage. Lions are good for early, but they're quickly outclassed. Deserts really don't do anything. The Icies will help. So it'll be interesting. Coming out of the sideboard, the Greater Realm will certainly help. But Tom does have answers to that in the Disenchants in his side. and then the one blue elemental blast will be a help, as will the control magic. So I think Tom is going to be favored in this one, but we will get to the match and we'll see how it goes. So here we are. We have Tom on the left with his LobsterCon Spellground playmat, and we have Sean on the right with his awesome Lord of the Rings map of Middle-earth playmat. So they're rolling to see who goes first. Taking a look at their hands. Looks like Sean's happy with his. Tom is mulliganing. Mulliganing a second time, that's a bad start. Sean giving him a little cut there, hopefully help him out. Get a better hand so he can get on with game number 1. Looks like Tom's going to keep this one. He's just got to figure out what he's going to bottom. Again, he's down to 5. He's mulliganed twice, so he's got to pick 2 cards. And it looks like he's chosen them. Couldn't... Well, double checking. Making sure, yep. His first instinct was correct. And we are good. So off we go with game number 1. So it looks like Sean had won the roll, so he's playing a Plains into a Javelier. Tom responds with a Mountain into a Mana Vault. Sean cracks in for 1, dropping Tom to 19. Plays Volcanic. He's got a little tiny pencil stub for a Javelin. That's pretty clever. It's always interesting to see what people use as their Javelier and Triskelion tokens. Some of the cool ones you see with trikes is people use like the little Lego spears and things like that is one of my favorites. Some people 3D print their own trike arms or things like that. So, but Sean is going with a little pencil nub, it looks like. So Tom misses the land drop, but he plays a Gauntlet. So if that survives, he'll at least have 2 mana from each mountain. But it also kind of helps Sean a little bit, because Sean does have a Volcanic there, which... Again, old school, there is, everything usually works both ways. So Sean plays a strip Tom's only land source, swings in for 1, and then plays a Dib. Again, that Gauntlet helping Sean out there a lot. Tom is also taking 1 from his Mana Vault. He did draw a land at least, so that's going to keep him in the game. Tapping, he's going to Earthquake for 1, puts him down to 16, and Sean down to 19. Sean's going to drop to 18 from his Dib. Plays a Tundra, cracks in for 3. Tom is down to 13. And then he's going to drop to 12 on his upkeep. He cannot untap, or on his draw step, he cannot untap the Bolt. Looks like Tom may have missed another drop. Yep. He passes. Sean takes a damage. He's down to 17. Plays a Plains. Cracks in for 3. Tom's at 10. Or 9, it looks like. And there's a Sarah. Again, getting the extra mana from the Gauntlet. He goes to 8 on his upkeep. This one's looking all over. He does find another land drop, so he's got 4 mana available. But that's not enough to burn out either of the creatures unless he's got 2 bolts. He is tapping all 4. He's got a Disintegrate, but it can only disintegrate. Alright, he's got a bolt and a Incinerate. So there we go. That can take care of it. So 1 mana, bolt it, and then the other 3 mana to deal 2 damage to the Sarah. So Sarah is removed from the game. Tom will live another turn. Sean's down to 16 off his dib damage. Plays out a desert. Swings in for 3. Tom goes down to 5. And he's... Oof. There's a blast. Yeah, that puts Tom at 4. And then Tom would either die from his vault or have to spend all his mana, and then he'll die from the dib. So Tom wisely scoops it up, and we go to sideboarding. So again, Sean's going to be definitely bringing in that Blue Elemental Blast. Probably the Greater Realm, and probably the Disenchant. He did see the Mana Vaults and the Gauntlet of Might. And then if he is expecting there to be big creatures following up those things, he'll probably bring in that Control Magic as well. Might bring in the Sarah. Again, he doesn't know the deck and didn't see very much, but it's probably a safe bet that there aren't a lot of little guys, so he can probably board out some Javeliers. A 1/1 for 1 is not really doing too much in this matchup. Tom's probably going to bring in those Disenchants. He's probably assuming that there's some Cop Reds, or there's Greater Realm, but you know, seeing white, you expect that to come. Blood Moon might do some work here, but again, as we kind of see in Sean's deck, he has a decent amount of basics. And then the red will just help him cast his burn spells. So that we'll have to see if he does that or not. And then the Spirit Links would be good, slow him down a little bit, especially getting one on a dib. And then Discs is probably worthwhile as well, because Sean is going to be faster. So we'll see what they do as they sideboard. Trading some merch. Alright. So they have finished sideboarding, shuffled up, and they're taking a look at their 7. Tom quickly mulligans. This has been a lot of mulligans for him in this event, and especially here in the top 8. He went down to 5 in game 1. He's going down to at least 6 here in game number 2. Looks like Sean is keeping. Sean picked up game 1, so Tom will be on the play for game number 2. And looks like Tom is going to 5 again. Which is a rough break for Tom, doing so well in the Swiss. Get here undefeated with an unpowered deck. And really running into mulligan struggles here in the top 8. And against a deck you really can't afford to be that far behind on, with just how fast Lion Dib Bolt type decks can be, and how they can kind of burn you out of nowhere if they get the right hands. Alright, so Tom puts those 2 on the bottom, and we are off. So Mountain and Pass. Again, Tom outside of the vault doesn't really have any turn 1 plays. So Sean's got a Plains, and a Mox, and a Savannah Lion, which passes back. So some early pressure, if it survives. Tom plays the second Mountain, and he's going to fireball the Lion for 1. Got to keep his life total up there. So Sean untaps, plays a Jousting Grounds, and just passes back. So no turn 2 play. But Tom is the same, just plays a Mountain and passes back. So there's another Plains up to 4 mana. There's another Lion, and a pass back. So Tom draws, Got 4 mana, and he throws out a Gauntlet. So at this point, it doesn't help Sean any, but there's a disenchant, so it is gone. Sean's going to crack in for 2, putting Tom down to 18. Play a City of Brass, which is going to take a damage for, and he's going to play out an Icy. Opts not to tap anything down, but doesn't matter as a Yidwin comes into play. Sean just untapping, taking his turn. See, he's got a Brain Geyser in hand. So he could just draw 3 here. Take 2 damage to do so, but that seems like a pretty good trade. He's tapping 2. Play Chaos Orb. And looks like he might be activating it. He's tapping the mana for something. Oh, no, just tapping down the Yidwin so he can crack in for 2 and put Tom to 16. And then he passes. Tom's going to swing in. Sean's thinking he wants to do anything here. He is going to activate the orb on the Yidwin. And it's a good flip. Yidwin is down. And Tom just passes back. Oh, no, he's saying I wasn't quite done yet. I've got another Yidwin to play. So, Sean's untapping, taking his turn. And we see that Brain Geyser. Can't quite make out what the other cards in his hand are. But he might have something red, possibly a Fireball, it's hard to say. So he's going to swing in. Tom's going to attempt to block. He rolls a 4. So that was successful. He must have picked even to take it. And then, yep, that takes care of that. Then he balances. So they both have 4 lands in play. The Yidwin's taken care of, and they both had 2 hands. So just using a balance as a removal spell there. No other real impacts to it. Alright, Tom has no play, just draws and passes. Sean's drawing. He does have 5 mana to work with. Looks like there's another Disenchant in his hand. He's going to take 2 here. And looks like, yeah, he's probably going to fire off that Brain Geyser for 3. So he does drop down to 16. They're both at 16. Plays a strip. See if he decides to take Tom off white here, if he just saves it for mana. No, it looks like he's just passing back. But it wouldn't matter anyway, because Tom's got another plateau. But Tom is up to 5 mana, so he's 1 away from Shivan mana. There's a Felwar Stone for Sean. Step for 2. And there's the Greater Realm of Preservation. So Tom needs to draw an answer to that. Which he looks like he's got Disenchant in hand. Yep, there it goes. Disenchant. So Tom has had to fight through quite a few Circle of Protections, Greater Realms this event, and that's why he has that white splash. He's been able to have Disenchants or Discs and then get out of the problem. So that's a good deck design there. Splashing that white mainly for the enchantment removal, which is one of Red's big weaknesses. Alright, so Tom got a Shivan into play. He's pass back. Doesn't look like Sean has anything. But he does have the icy, so yeah, Tom's not going to be able to attack. But Tom's got another Shivan, so that will, I mean, at least give him another turn. He's going to be able to, yeah. So he goes to combat. Sean taps it down. And yeah, Sean's going to take him off. Man, that's a couple turns too late. If he'd done that earlier, those Shivans wouldn't be down, but it's hard to know. He does Swords 1, so Tom's going to gain some life. He's up to 21. And now with that icy in play, Sean has it locked down. So we'll see if Tom can draw anything to put more pressure on. Yep. Nothing goes to combat. But he did get an Org, so that is going to allow him to crack in for some damage if Sean can't draw something to deal with the Org. You need something that's bigger than 3 power, or another icy, or a sword. It looks like he has a control magic in hand, and it looks like he's got, yeah, he definitely has enough blue to use it, so let's see what he takes here. Smart money's on taking the Shivan. Tapping down 4. Yeah, he's taking that Shivan. Right, we can fly over the Org, and he's got the icy to keep the Org at bay. Assuming that Tom doesn't draw another disenchant. Yep, no disenchant. Tom's just passing. Sean's going to tap the Org down end of turn. Not that it really makes a difference here, but yeah, not sure what exactly they're talking. Okay, he must have gone to combat. Plays a Mana Vault and has to disintegrate his own Shivan, which never feels good, but otherwise that Shivan's going to kill him, so got to get rid of it. Alright, so he passes back. Sean takes his turn. So life totals are Tom at 21, Sean at 15. Tom is going to pay to untap the Vault. And yeah, go to combat, icy taps down the Org, and he just passes the turn. So Tom's got to find another threat or an answer to the icy. Sean just plays down another Felwar Stone. Yep, same dance, go to combat. Tom's got a Felwar Stone of his own, but no threat, passes back. Yep, Tundra for Sean. Attack, tap, same old, same. So there's a Yidwin, so that's going to at least allow Tom to start getting through and deal some damage. Pass the turn, Sean draws. Looks like he's got a book. And he passes back. Yeah, goes to combat, tap down the IC. Yidwin. Tom's gonna activate the book, see if he doesn't. Tom's got disenchant, but that doesn't stop the card draw. But he doesn't draw an answer. He's gonna take 3 down to 12. And then Tom passes. So, good answer for that book. Things could have gotten real out of hand. Sean's definitely got the mana to be able to activate it and play stuff. But just plays another land. Again, he's going to tap down the Org, take 3 from the Yidwin, dropping a 9. So he's got 3 turns. Probably less. Tom, again, has a lot of burn in his deck. So, and he's got that Vault untapped. Sean figuring out how he wants to sequence his mana here. Seems like he's tapping a whole lot of it. Okay, he's going to fireball the Free-to-Way. And then play a dib. So, doesn't need the ice anymore. The Org's not going to be able to get through the dib. Tom at 21 is going to take Sean 7 turns to kill him as is. And he's got 9 life, so as long as Tom doesn't draw any sort of damage spells, Sean will win the race, but there's another Org. But he's going to take a damage, he's going to blue blast it. So that drops him down to 8. He's still going to win the race by 1, but he can't afford to take any more damage. So he untaps, takes the damage down to 7, draws another land. Yeah, Sean has really flooded out this game. Cracks in for 3. It's going to put Tom down to 18. Yeah, let's see. Yep, there we go. 18 is correct. Let's see, there's only one card in Sean's hand. It's a Disenchant. Tom plays a book. Again, trying to find some burn there. He goes to combat, taps down that, and a turn. Gonna fire that off, but Tom is going to draw a card. So he gets at least one card out of it. Tom is down to 6. Cracks in for 3. Tom's down to 15. And just passes back. Looks like he has a Sonic Blast in hand, maybe. Which probably won't help him win the race here, but definitely would, if he gets Tom down close enough, can at least end the game in a tie if Tom does draw some burn. Yep, Tom's got nothing, he just passes back. Sean's going to go down to 5. Draw, swing in for 3. Tom is down to 12. 4 turn clock. Yep, taps down the Org. Tom lays a mountain. And he's got a Shivan. Let's see, does Sean have an answer in hand? Doesn't look like it, so he just untaps, he goes to 4. Yeah, he's definitely got a Side Blast, a white card, and can't tell what the middle card is. The white card looks like it might be a Javeliers, which is a real kind of dead draw there. That's what that is. So Sean carefully thinking through his options here. That Shivan really helps out. Oh, he's got a Dust to Dust. He's going to blow up the 2 artifacts. In response, Sean is going to just pump the Shivan, because why not? Even though it doesn't do much, but Sean cannot attack. He's going to have to chump with the Dib to buy him a turn. He will... yeah. Okay, it looks like he's tapping down the Shivan. Because the Org can't attack, right? So he's going down to 3, so all Tom has to do is kind of wait it out here. Sean's tapping 5, it looks like. Oh, no. Yeah, we're going to see a Sarah. Okay, we do see a Sarah. He's going to swing in for 3. And putting Tom down to 9. So, yeah, this is getting real close. Tom really needs to draw something. That Shivan's going to get tapped down. He's going to take 7 next turn. And Sean's going to go to 2. And then Sean will go to 1 and be able to kill Tom if Tom doesn't draw some sort of spell. So, yep. Combat taps down the Shivan. There's a book. So, that's going to help Tom. He's going to draw. Maybe he can draw a bolt. Not sure. He can still has the bolts in his deck. I would assume so because they're good against the Lions. Oof. There's a bolt at Tom's face. So that's going to drop Tom down to 6. And Sean will pick it up. And he shows the Side Blast that would have ended in a tie had Tom been able to come with it. But Tom just shows his hand. Mountains all around. What a game. Got real close at the end. Looked like Tom wasn't able to pull it out, but Sean just had the answers and was able to get there. So, nice run for Tom. Again, Tom went undefeated in the Swiss with an unpowered, unpointed deck. Was coming into the top 8 as the top seed and got knocked out by Sean 2-0 in 2 very good games. And again, Tom had some rough luck there, having to mulligan to 5 in both games, but that's some old school magic for you. So, in the finals, in the top 8, round 1, so we saw that match. The other matches is Mike Scheffenacker takes down Brian Chasnoff 2-0. Again, Chef was on a kind of Lion did Bolty, but a more control-y version. Doesn't have the Lions. And Brian was on a mono black. Jared Smith took down Don, who we saw in round 5, 2-0. And James Owens, better known as Stoomy, took me down 2-1. Stoomy was on a black heavy troll disco deck. Trolls, hippies, orders, hymns, kind of stuff. So those are very good matchups. Him definitely won that one. But none of those are on stream, unfortunately. So off we go into the semifinals. So the semifinals will be Michael Scheffenacker versus Sean Meyer, who you just saw play here. So that'll be coming up next. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time for the top 4.